featuring Stubbs, Rob the Broadcasting live from your childhood wood-paneled basement, this is the Retro Handhelds Podcast, featuring Stubbs, Rob the Retro Tech Dad, Damien Wright, and today's special and troubled guests, Team Pandory and Wicked Gamer. So sit back, relax, brew a friendly beverage, and let's get this aging gamer party started. McClunky.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Retro Handhelds Podcast. We have a couple special guests today. We got Team Pandory and Wicked Gamer as our strange announcer let you know about. We also are back with Rob and Damien, of course. So we're going to get weird, we're going to get wild, and we're going to talk about some news to start things out. How are you guys doing first, by the way?
Doing fine. Busy like always. Yep.
Pretty good over here. Yeah.
Wicked, this is the first time I've seen your face on camera, which is pleasant. It looks it's a good looking face.
Oh, we're going to do this? We're going to do it like that? Okay.
We're going to do it like that. Emu, you look great as well. I like your guitar collection there. And yeah, you must be a rapper, right?
Who, me or Wicked?
Yeah. You, both of you.
Oh,
you guys have a podcast where you do sort of improv raps and beats and have a puppet show and
puppet show.
Something like that. Yeah.
No, guys, welcome to the show. Happy to have Wicked back. Emu on for the first time. We're going to get into the news here. So, starting things right out. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah.
The Miyoo 355 making the rounds lately. This is from our buddy RetroBreeze here. But he 3D printed one of these things. So he took the patent drawing from Miyoo and actually said, okay, what is this going to look like as a 3D printed model? And we'll link this in our description. But this thing, let's go over here and take a look, looks exactly like the PowKiddy V90.
You said it wrong.
Wow, Kitty! It's 8 in the morning. It's too early for a podcast and for me to raise my voice beyond 10 decibels. But no, the ergonomics apparently are nearly the same, and it just adds these analog joysticks. What do you guys think about this thing?
Why?
Because
Thank you for saying.
Sorry, I'm gonna say, why would you need the analog sticks
true.
on this? You see, at most it's gonna be a Miyoo Mini, which means it's gonna be like what, PlayStation 1 at best.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really see much of a point.
Well, but if we get a little bit more powerful CPU in this thing, something like the P60. God rest its soul.
No.
The
So I have to drop the P60. And
I don't know, man.
I think if we're going to
it's
get
never
into the new
coming
hype,
out now.
It's just, I think, like, because Retroid released the flip, everybody wants to have like this flipping thing going on, and we're like trying to get some more cash. Just how it is. Like, they're trying to get this trend following. I love that we're going to have more flipping devices, or clamshell devices, but in the end, it's more like in a different way. I love the Miyoo Mini. Don't forget, I like when you're looking at the cars, for example, it's like the Fiat 500. Here in the Netherlands, it's very popular. And you had like the Fiat 500 it was like a revisiting. It's the same when it comes to, let's say, these like devices.
Yep.
And not only want to copy like the competition, but they want to involve, basically like get a little bit of an evolution when it comes to these devices. And this is clearly one of those things. But here comes the problem. If you're going to change a concept, how far can you basically do this? I love the Miyoo Mini. It was super hype. I loved it for what it is. A lot of people who just basically hold it and played it loved it. But if it's going to be the great, like the flip, because we have the PowKiddy V90, I loved it. It was cheap. It was basic. It was not perfect when it comes maybe like the menu, but it was like great. I loved it for what it is.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm just laughing at the comments here a little bit. PowKiddy.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
I've just realized something. I'm actually testing the Miyoo Mini right now, the Miyoo Mini Plus, the newish one. I'm really like months behind, but I've actually found one kind of flaw for this. which is when I'm trying to play DOS games, there is no analog stick, so I can't use a mouse.
See,
so maybe
use case.
There's
a use case.
Yeah.
We have this DOS gaming and PS1,
gaming. Amiga.
And Amiga. No. Amiga. I've been trying to get into that console, but I'm pressing up on the D-pad to jump for like every game. Why is that? Why would they do that? Why don't map that to a button?
You can do that with RetroArch.
Well, with emulation, but I mean like back in the day. Why didn't they have that? Did they not have enough buttons?
Yeah, it was only standard to have one button joystick. So yeah, you could actually have two buttons as well, but that was very rare.
You can't do much with that. Okay, all right. Well, I'll have to get more into Amiga gaming. Damien's laughing at me. We have an Amiga game.
Amiga's great. The
really
little mini, the mini is awesome. That got me kind of back into it. I love it. It's great library.
But coming back to the PowKiddy V90, like if you're having a device on the market, I'm just every time I'm saying
he's
I'm like,
he's a pro. He completely throws it off.
But the thing is like with PowKiddy, damn it! I can't say it normally anymore. Yeah, thank you. There we have it. There's a friend. V90.
We'll focus us. Here we go.
But when you're having a certain product on the market, you hate it, you love it. Mike, I love this thing. I just want to do a quick revisiting today or in this week maybe. But because I just love it so much, it's maybe like so flawed in many ways. Also, the software is maybe not great, especially when you look into competition. But I just love it for what it is. And from this for me, from that standpoint, when you're looking at the new devices coming out, I'm always comparing it with the V90. Like, hey, what is this V90 or this new Miyoo Mini? What is it gonna do? What can it do better than? And it can do a lot better. But that's the thing how I look at it.
I love the V90, not only because it was present for multiple childbirths in our community. It's just a little tradition we have, but
handheld.
It's true. It's just such a satisfying snap when you close the lid, and it's also just nice and pocketable. You won't scratch the screen. The only thing I don't like about it is the TFT style screen, that matte screen. It's not vibrant. It's not. So that's where I hope the Miyoo 355 can come in clutch and just say, I'm going to give you an awesome screen. Sure, you have the analog nubs if you want them, but
more like a V2. Like a V2 improved. Minor thing is maybe a little bit more power in it, but keep it simple, keep it low priced, and just improve it. Yeah, that would be absolutely.
My biggest concern is the if they're going to be putting a chipset in that's going to be more powerful than what the V90's in there, for example, and they're roughly the same size. The V90's battery was 1,040 milliamps, which is fine for that little chip that was in that thing. But if this new device has something that's kind of a power hungry thing, I don't know where that battery's going to go.
Absolutely, good point. Good point there. It's almost more like this device we're having. It's like a great overall solution. And if you're going to change a couple of parts, how is it with the battery life? I love it that we have the BL5C, the old school Nokia battery. They are like dirty cheap. They are so dirty cheap to get. So they're like very convenient things.
Yeah, I mean,
if this is a Miyoo Mini device, the battery life is going to be great.
It should be.
Yeah, if it has the same chipset,
Miyoo Mini is fine. Like the Miyoo Mini is like 8 hours for me, I think, for what I use it for.
And then Steph,
I don't know what you guys are doing.
I mean, I think that'll be fine. I mean, in reality, I only play games for maybe 20 minutes at a time. So it's like, why am I worrying about battery life so much? Because it's like the what if question. What if I have time to play all 3 Aladdin variations?
12 hours straight.
Start to finish for 12 hours. Stephanus in chat here is suggesting the 355 might be a 3566 chip. And that supposedly the P60 is still in play, but I think that can't be right. That's never going to happen.
Vaporware.
It's for sure vaporware. But no, the 355 is interesting. Again, I don't know about the analog sticks being that small. It would have to be teeny tiny. I don't know how real world that's gonna be, but we're gonna get good battery life. We're gonna get a good screen. I'm sure we're gonna get a decent amount of performance to play up to PS1 at a minimum.
I'm wondering, is Miyoo going to be the new like Anbernic, where they're like shitting out like diarrhea flow of like handheld?
I don't think they're ever gonna reach diarrhea flow level.
I hope not.
Next level. We're back with Miyoo.
I think Anbernic set a record last year for the most devices released by one company.
How many did they? I stopped counting after 10.
I
Every 2 weeks.
That's what. Hey, there's a new handheld. Oh, did I miss it? Let me check. Oh, I don't have it. Whatever.
What are you talking about? They don't redo handhelds or new SKUs every 10 minutes. That's crazy talk. That's crazy.
Why aren't they doing that in the first place?
Speaking of, let's talk about another frequent flyer for releases. The X55 from PowKiddy.
I did hold it in my hand.
PowKiddy!
Yeah. No, absolutely. This
Yes, sorry to my wife.
was absolutely beautiful. I was holding it. I was like,
PowKiddy! What is that?
I'm me!
Hey, we have a PowKiddy mascot.
I want a cookie! Give me a cookie!
Hi there, you. Should I solo? What?
Right.
Your name's B?
Hi, mate. My name's B.
Hi,
and
B.
I like Michael Jackson.
Oh.
Woo!
What's your favorite handheld, B?
I don't have one.
What? Do you not use handhelds?
No, I'm too poor.
Oh. Well, should we fund a handheld for you? Maybe. What one would you
I don't
want?
need one, really. You don't need one.
If we got you one, what one would you play? I want to know.
I would play a PowKiddy.
Yeah, damn right you would. Now speaking of the PowKiddy, I can't do that every time. The X55 is coming in at a crazy price point because we thought it was going to be $130. All the drop shippers were showing $130, $140, but PowKiddy themselves released their own product finally for $90 with an $8 off coupon. So we're talking $10 off coupon, $80.
That is really cheap. Wow.
For a 3566 handheld with a nice bright screen on the production model. With reversed.
I'm not convinced.
Now, settle down, Rob. You've been a problem before.
Wait, what? How can you not convince? It's PowKiddy. We love PowKiddy.
Listen to how
you cult. We don't make a PowKiddy cult.
So
crappy.
Mine's pretty bright. Mine's pretty bright, but it has like nuclear loud L1 and R1.
Did you figure out where it ever?
Oh yeah. So my PowKiddy came from.
Wow, that's weak.
That's weak. You should. We need to have a rule. We need to have a rule now. You're going to say it like it should be, or we're just going to avoid the word.
So my PowKiddy came from Go Game Geek. I finally figured out who sent me the thing. I don't know. I'm not a developer, but this is a developer unit, so I don't know if I'm supposed to be a developer. I'm a developer now.
I think Sue and I got these like one-offs. Fell off the assembly line somehow,
Well, I mean, my L1 and R1 are crazy loud. I mean, it's
mine are like that too.
Deafeningly
you should
loud.
make an ASMR video out of it.
Oh yeah. Hi, Wicked. Just thinking about you, clicking my buttons. What are you doing tonight? So, Wicked, you're in like the Netherlands, right? It's like around 5 p.m.
True. Yeah.
Right now, and then we have Emu over in Japan, actually, which is really cool. So that time zone, it's like midnight, and then we have Damien, me, and Rob at 8 a.m. on the West Coast over here. So this is interesting that we're doing this one so early, but I do have my coffee thanks to my wonderful wife. Thank you. I love you. Sorry for all the PowKiddies. $80 is a compelling price point for this thing, even with its shortcomings. It has Wi-Fi. In the 2023, didn't even have Wi-Fi. So, I mean, already we're looking good. If you don't mind bezels, 4.3 content's still going to look good. But we need some reviews of the production model to confirm. So, buy it if you want it now. Otherwise, wait for reviews and then buy it later or not.
Or wait a week, it might drop another $20.
Hey, iTunes. Awesome, man.
That's exactly right.
Indeed.
In other news...
Sorry, can I just ask, before we move on, what's the problem with PowKiddy? Because there seems to be kind of like a bit of a poo-pooing on PowKiddy for, I don't know.
They have been. They've been the community punching bag for like 3 years.
Right?
Well, it's the thing I always say. It's like, I always root for PowKiddy, and I just, I get my hopes up like I'm going to see my dad again. And just, No, my dad's involved in my life. I don't know why I thought that would be funny. Have a little bit of toast here.
So the thing is with PowKiddy, like from whenever I touch them, they like it. Just gonna stop there.
I know that sounds kind of weird. How you said that.
Just stop there.
And we're gonna go ahead and cancel the live stream now.
All right. So the screens seem to be like kind of nice and warm, and the buttons kind of nice and squishy, you know, and it's kind of got a nice squishiness to it. It's not like a
talking about in handheld, or what they're talking about?
Yeah, right.
I don't know, man. Just the PowKiddies. But then again, I only go like probably V90 and Q90, and that's about it. But
I
would
like
getting squishy.
The RK2023. I actually like that one a lot. I know Zoo's gonna hate me on that one, but
Zoo hates everybody on that. As a human race.
It's a solid, cheap device. A lot of power for what you're paying for it.
He's our
It's
only
got a
friend.
great screen. You know,
I mean,
fun little thing. I like it.
Can somebody please explain to me what PowKiddy is doing? Because I have no idea. When I'm looking in my storage, I have so many crappy products from PowKiddy. I'm more like, why are they gonna bring out great products, but they also have like really bad products? Like, are they just labeling stuff?
It's so true. They're the most divisive company I've ever seen. I mean, like,
I
just crap out one really bad product and then somewhat good product, and they go right back to the bad product. They're all over the place. It's unbelievable.
I'm just trying to make my screen bright to make Rob feel bad. See how bright it got? I don't know if you can capture that on camera.
Mine is dim. Mine is definitely noticeably dim. It's a sharp screen. Like it's a 720p panel. It looks nice, but it's just dim. It's weird. And that's why I'm kind of waiting to see how the retail units look to see if they're actually going to have those brighter screens.
Well, and my thing is, like, I think I have the retail screen in here.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, yeah, PowKiddy. They are the community punching bag for many reasons and also valid reasons. I get my hopes up and I get disappointed by one little thing. Usually it's the lack of Wi-Fi or something. But they'll say we're including the Wi-Fi, and then they just don't. Unless you read the fine print that says actually no.
You mean the one with the physical switch to turn the
that
Wi-Fi
turns
on
the
and
Wi-Fi
off
on and off,
but there was no actual Wi-Fi chip in there?
Correct.
Yeah.
That was one of those instances where I was maybe let down in a little, and I maybe took it a little hard, and I maybe talked about it over the course of 10 episodes. It's neither here nor there.
My favorite thing about the Wi-Fi was their solution, and they actually did this in a community post. They said that you could hire a professional to solder a Wi-Fi chip.
Yeah, just solder a Wi-Fi chip.
For this $65 device.
Which is crazy. So, and that's what leads PowKiddy to its famous reputation. They also release like sub $20 devices every other day. So
I think I have one right here in this box that I actually haven't opened up yet.
What the hell? What the hell is that? What is that?
It's one of their stupid game sticks. I just keep it in the box because I mean, look at it. Looks like I have a package of
you got the PowKiddy logo.
You got a PowKiddy logo. I mean, that's the value right there. We love the logo, though. It's the thing. We don't always love the devices or the brand, but we love the logo so much.
Well, I'm a little bit upset with them because they refused to send Sheme one of their figures of their mascot. You know. So
yeah. We need to 3D print. We need to 3D print them and hopefully not get sued. Although, I'm not too worried about it.
Right.
Not super worried about it. But no, we always root for PowKiddy, though. The thing is that every device they release, they do get incrementally better. Just a little bit. They take one little step back, one big step back, and then like 4 or 5 steps forwards, usually.
True that.
Unfortunately, on this stupid thing, volume up and down was reversed. So, you know, you think that volume down would be on the left. No, that's volume up. Why? Why?
Please accept its shortcomings, Stubbs.
And that's why that meme exists.
You're lucky to get the volume up and down on there.
That's why it exists. So it's still a good price point, I feel like, for what you're getting, though. At least with this model that I have testing out here. We'll see.
X28 came in this week, so kind of curious to play around with that. I haven't even had a chance to really look at it. So
We have one of those coming in later in the month. I think Aish is taking a look at that one because he's super hyped on it.
They appeared out earlier because it said May 10th when I purchased it, and they're like, screw
They
it,
just
we're
sent it?
ship it back.
Oh,
It
okay.
just showed up. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
So yeah, cool.
I'm looking forward to your video on it, Rob.
They also
I'm
have the
not-
flip too, which I'm like,
I'm not. Let's
I'm not
take a
too worried about getting it out on out there. There's so many videos on a flipper out there right now.
Oh, that one. Okay.
I haven't even played with my flip yet, so I need to
They
make
bought so many of these screens. Like
That's
they're
what I
in
was
every
thinking,
device
too, like-
now.
X18s screen.
They have so many of these 5.5-inch screens that it's like, what do they do?
They're all
Their whole
dim.
Warehouse full of it?
I don't know, and for me the colorway on here is not amazing. I don't love the angles, and this one I'm not crazy. I didn't buy this
Kind
one.
of like it. I mean, it reminds me of the Win
It's-
600. You know,
No, it's the Tesla. It's the car. It's the Elon Musk thing, right?
with the wheels
The
glowing.
the Cybertruck.
Yeah. That's the one.
The color options are Ford Model T levels of options here. You can get in any color you want as long as it's black.
Yeah, so I'm just not hyped on it. It's T618 again. Yay! It's a good chipset. Don't get me wrong. It's just like we know its boundaries, so I suppose there's not a
you know
lot
what
for
you're
the
going
tinkers.
to get when it comes to the performance, and that makes it less interesting to review it. Especially when you're going to
Yes.
review all of those products, you can see it. I can still remember what people saying, like, Wicked, why are you so so negative about products? And I was especially the X series. Sometimes I review 7 or maybe 10 videos on a day, recording, testing stuff, and you say, okay, got a cheap one. Okay, this one sucks. Get the one I want. Hey, it's the same kind of product, different shell. Oh, it also sucks. So when you read it 6, 7 times, it makes you so crazy.
I get it. Aaron, Stubbs made me buy a Surface Duo. Sorry about that. Here's a Surface Duo 2 you could buy so the color matches. Ooh,
Nice.
yeah.
Right there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, we're getting crazy on these custom-made 3DS things.
That's cool. Looks nice.
But no, I get what you're saying. It's just not as super exciting for the reviewers. And maybe that's it. Maybe for the consumer, because I've seen a lot of hype on this one. I've seen a lot of people buying it, excited for it. I think for the tinkers and the reviewers, we're not as excited about it. But
I think a better way of looking at it would be what can PowKiddy add to the T618?
right.
In the way of, for example, setting up the flip, the Retroid flip, or any Retroid product is a complete ball ache. We're messing with ROMs and stuff. We may as well just get a phone. I'm sure many people just think that, right?
What are we
That's
doing here?
that's what we want, really. It's just just want it easier. The thing is with the Retroid things, right? Is they get it all sorted, right? It's okay. Right. So okay, ready, guys. Okay. So
all right.
You get it. Okay, here we go. You get it. Press OK. Go. Starts. Install emulators. Okay. Make ROM file folders. Okay. Put your ROMs on, and then you give it back, and then it's like, where's the ROMs? You just told me where to put them. Why do we need to tell you? It makes no sense. It's so frustrating. And there's no reason.
I mean, most
There's no
people
reason.
just want to be able to turn it on and just play. That's the thing. They don't want to sit there tinkering with it,
True that. And let's be honest, there were a lot of different options in the beginning that didn't have the need for tinkering.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of weird choice.
I
And
mean,
not
it's
forget,
beautiful that we get. Oh, go on.
Well, it's interesting because they're kind of moving away from the simplicity of the older devices where you just turn it on and play. That's it. You know.
True.
There's a charm
Yeah.
to it, I guess.
Well, that's why the 35XX was so popular. It was basically everything we wanted back in 2020. In a
The
modern USB-C
Yeah.
device.
The thing that I really don't get what's going on now, beside the diarrhea flow of shit going out, it's also why is they not get something, improve it? The V90 is a great example where we mentioned before. Get a product that people liked, improve it, make it a little bit better, try to keep the same price point, sell it back. And that's the thing, basically what
I agree
official
with
companies also do. But now they're just keep going, releasing completely different models. Why? Is somebody waiting for this? No. Flip is cool, but
Well, that's
Not
the
gonna
thing.
respond to
They'll
that.
completely ignore the fact that people actually like the V90, and they'll just move on to some other piece of crap that they'll churn out. It's like, why?
Why?
Sorry, can I just respond to that comment, Stubbs?
I put it on. I put it on screen for the drama.
Yeah. I don't dislike Android. It's okay. It's okay. I've started to like it now. It's okay. Actually, I don't mind it at all. It's fine. I just don't like messing about so much, you know. So, sorry, guys.
It's fine.
Beautiful.
It's all good. All right. So moving back to the X28, $150 USD. It comes in black. It is ABS plastic. It is a T618 handheld with a 64 gig SD card and 4 gigs of RAM. Buy it if you would like it. It has the screen from the X18S, kind of a dim screen, but I'm still excited for what they might improve on. Like Emu was saying, L2R2 being analog is going to be awesome, and I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see. We'll see. But you know what else is out today? Another Anbernic. We got to come up with a fun catchphrase for Anbernic. Said Amber. No, we can't copy the PowKiddy one. Anyways.
No. We can make a song out of it. Anbernic, we create handheld nobody wants. We share them out like diarrhea. Because we don't know what to do. Woo! Diarrhea. We don't know what to do. Woo! We're making another one. Yes, we have a new one. Let's create a new handheld. Yep. Oh, we already have this one. Let's do another different chip. And shit them out like diarrhea. Okay, I'm just making it up. You know, I need to do something with it.
I never pronounced their name right.
I don't know. Like, how do you need to pronounce it?
Anbernic.
Amber. Maybe like in German people. Anbernic.
The 353 Anbernic.
Jawohl, das ist Anbernic. Das ist super geil. Das soll ich auch.
Total geil.
And burned Nick. The 353PS is the 353P without Android. Without Android and with 1 gig less of RAM. But it does have fun new color options. So this is the transparent. There's a purple, there's a gray. If you look at the product page, it's launched yesterday. It's on sale until the end of today for $87. Then it goes up by $8.
Oh, dude, they should make this thing the RG353PS.
Nice.
Sick burn.
Just thinking about it.
I appreciate you guys. Please accept our
Anbernic.
shortcomings.
That is not a good one, Joe.
And
Anbernic.
Nick. But you know what it does. You know that it has custom firmware day one.
You know that model, they literally churned it out in a week.
Oh yeah.
They saw the RK2020. They're like, we need something like that.
Give us something right now.
I need to go with Anbernic. They sent me a message like, "Good friend, I want to say, you want to one? You get my special discount code. Oh, how much? $8. I would just buy without discount. Don't care about that.
Plus add shipping, so people don't talk about that too.
We wanted to review it. I will buy it later on. I will keep waiting. I have so much stuff to do now. If you have seen live unboxing, I'm like, I will wait for it.
Yeah, I think it's. I don't think it's something we're dying to cover. But nevertheless, we have a few of them on the way, so we'll be doing some content. And I like the DMG color, though. That's the one thing I do really like.
I love it too. Same with you. I agree with you. I love that.
It's
absolutely great.
For the space we're in, though, like there's a little bit of attention to detail here that we don't see all the brands cover. Like for example, like the sticks and stuff. Like they're the same color as the D-pad. They didn't just throw the generic black ones in and stuff like that. It's small stuff, but I mean,
I will say one thing.
A little bit more here.
At least Anbernic is consistent with their design language. That's the one thing I can say. Like PowKiddy is all over the place. I don't know. They got like a parts bin and they just grab whatever they can.
The same design as last year. Yeah, it's consistent, of course.
Another thing another thing I'm wondering, there's something I think nobody talks about it. Like, how long can they keep doing this? Like when it comes to Anbernic, PowKiddy, and all the other ones. Like they keep releasing handhelds. What is the breaking point that everything goes to shit? Let's be honest. Like a lot of people, collectors, there are people like willing to buy and collect them all. Yeah. But let's be honest, not everybody does it. Most people buy it just to play. They will buy a second or third or fourth one just to like maybe have a different experience, like with a flip or whatever, a mini to basically you have an easy going if you have like a Miyoo Mini. But the question remains, like, how long will this keep continuing before everything goes to shit? Because let's be honest, there will be a breaking point that people saying, "Hey, we're not buying anymore." I have like 4 handhelds laying around. They are like great IPS display, can play all the way maybe to GameCube. What do we need more?
Will we reach that point, or will we always be
slow down? They need to slow down. Like, focus more on quality, spread out the releases a little bit. You know, geez, at least do it like once every year versus once every other week.
Yeah, true that. And not to forget, like, it's not only like Anbernic, it's like all the companies together.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's too much.
Like, nothing for coming companies are never heard of. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, there's more to come. And there's a micro on the way. There's a Win 701, so it's a Win 600 refresh, and there's more. And there's going to be more 353 devices, I'm pretty sure too. So
it's going to be crazy.
Really? Really?
I'm pretty sure.
You're going to get all these, and then like Valve's going to be like, here's our $450 Steam Deck 2. And it's just like, okay.
I mean, yeah, there's going to be a point where people are saturated enough. They have enough devices. You're right. But for the tinkering,
you have x86, you've got, like the Windows handhelds, the Linux handhelds, and then you got the Android stuff. But every one of those are saturated right now with devices. So it's like, and people you could tell that people are very confused and overwhelmed by their choices because they all do a little bit different things. And it's like, there isn't really one device that kind of rules it all. Steam Deck was kind of that for a lot of people. But again, there are people who don't want a Steam Deck either because it's huge. It doesn't have a great battery life. It's heavy. So it just seems like it never ends,
Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult. But I saw something in your tab. The next subject that was quite interesting. I'm really looking forward to.
We are almost there. But last thought on that is that, man, it's just, I don't know. I don't think as tinkerers in the retro scene here, as tinkerers, I don't know that we'll ever reach that point. I just think we're always going to iterate, and the community's going to get together. We're going to go back to old devices and make those better. And I think there's always a want to have new things to come out, even if it's the same thing rehashed. We make fun of it, but there is a segment of the community that's okay with that because they're like, ooh, but now I can do this with this. And obviously, most of us here have problems already. So with collecting a few of these, and
definitely good point with that. I mean, right now, for example, you've got the what was that? What's that hardware device thing? The hardware emulation thing. Really can't think of it.
The Mister?
Yeah, exactly. The Mister. You've got the Mister, and you've got the handheld Mister, whatever that's called. I don't know his name. Jeff. Yeah, it's Jeff.
Yep.
Right. So, so you've got that, which again innovates emulation as a whole, right? And then you've got for example, RetroArch, and you've got the Run Ahead, which can also be looked at, and then you've got the PlayStation 2. There's always something that you can actually add to it.
Yeah, and that's again just the small segment, the niche use case, which is still like 40 to 50,000 people at least. Just if you look at Discords and all that, I feel like that's at least the minimum for this segment of people.
And it's probably bigger than we think. That's
probably is.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people really enjoy this stuff. It's kind of amazing.
And we're probably talking in the millions, really, because not everyone wants to hop on a Discord to chat about stuff. So I don't know. I don't think we'll reach the end of this. I always say I'm going to quit the podcast, quit the whole thing once the one device comes out, because I'm just going to go play that device forever. Yeah. But I think now I've come to love the process of tinkering so much that I will never reach that point.
The only thing I'm afraid of is when we have reached the point that some handhelds becoming very. Let's say it's going to be amazing because they have been tinkering with the community. Let's say the older device you're talking about, that they will stop selling the old ones. That's what I'm afraid of. Like, for example, having old Anbernic devices, the software is so great that everything works. Everything works like it should be. And Anbernic says, hey, we're going to stop supporting it. We're not going to produce it anymore. Stock is out. We're done.
Yep.
That's the thing.
Like the 35.
I don't know. I think another company will hop on board, though. Like, they'll come in right behind that. Because, I mean, JXD went away, and then Anbernic showed up. Anbernic maybe will go away.
PowKiddy sort of rose when JXD went away. So it's
from the ashes.
Yeah, I think
PowKiddy's like
I think
one of the
JXD
brands that
is
does everything.
PowKiddy.
Yeah. They're the Phoenix. They are the Phoenix.
Mask. Right?
They're sort of like the Phoenix's step cousin, rising from the ashes. A little bit. All right, so let's talk about the ROG Ally. Just a little bit here. So this is coming out for supposedly $600 at the low end, and this is coming from Dexerto. And for a 256 gig model, sporting a Ryzen Z1 processor. There's also the more expensive $699 model, which was leaked briefly by Best Buy. They had it go live for like a few minutes and then took it down. And the flagship one's going to be 700, 16 gigs of RAM, also a Z1 Extreme processor. And this thing does now beat the Steam Deck as far as power goes. The Radeon Navi 3 graphics, all this good stuff. What do you guys think on the ROG Ally?
First time I heard of it.
Okay, so this is the Steam Deck competitor, but it has Windows on it, but it has like a simplified UI made by ASUS. So
that looks very similar to the PowKiddy. Look at the shape.
It's
the same thing,
but much bigger. It's like 8 inches.
It's PowKiddy.
Well, you think they're behind this? You think You think Big Pow is behind this?
Maybe.
Instead of ROG, it should say
Sure,
Pow.
that's it.
There's a lot of
price
people excited for this one.
I completely understand, but the question remains: you live in the US, and maybe in the US you can buy it from Best Buy. But the question remains: how is it going to be delivering in the European zone?
True.
Is it going to be different? Is it going to be the same shenanigans like with the Steam Deck that we needed to wait forever? You know, there are so many questions. Another question is like how it's going to be comparing the site, the overall experience. Is it going to be just as comfortable like the Steam Deck? You know, there are so many different questions I'm having with this. It's great. It looks amazing. But how is it comfortable compared with the Steam Deck?
Yeah. Well,
it's true. We haven't heard much about what their plans are for outside of North America. I mean, where are they planning on selling it? Where are they? Yeah, I mean,
it's not Valve, right? Valve. This is new to them. The hardware distribution outside of a couple small projects they've had in the past. Like this is. I mean, you can buy ASUS, Republic of Gaming laptops and stuff now in Europe. So I don't imagine that this would be as rare in that zone.
I'm hoping they're going to get like the same stuff like with laptops and other stuff from ASUS. It will be so cool.
Yeah. But who knows with this device? I mean, it was released with a trailer on April Fool's Day, so nobody thought it was real from the beginning. So who knows?
I know it was released on April Fool's Day, which was kind of funny, and we're like, "What the heck is happening?" Aish made this mock-up here, comparing. After taking this from our good friend Urya, who works for a gaming outlet in the Netherlands, which we'll have information from him in a second. But we did this comparison. So it's a little bit smaller than the Steam Deck and more powerful. So I think that's kind of compelling for some. If they don't have Best Buy, though, in Europe, what are you going to do there? Do you have to have someone from the US maybe send it to you? I don't know what
Hopefully not.
I think in my case, we have like some bigger companies like Best Buy calling differently, of course. Maybe they will deliver it, or it's going to be Amazon NL that are going to have like Amazon.
It has to be,
well.
right?
Yeah,
I mean, the Logitech G Cloud was on Best Buy exclusively, right? And then it came to no. They had it on Logitech's website, Best Buy, and Amazon.
Well, see,
I never reviewed it.
The G Cloud was only in North America, though. It never released outside of the US or Canada. So
wasn't the Razer Edge the same?
Same
Didn't
thing.
they have? Yeah. So.
And the Razer was even worse because it was only direct from their website or at a Verizon store of all places. So it's like,
it never showed up on
companies
Amazon.
that are unsure of when they're entering a new market. They're not sure exactly where it's going to land, so they're trying to probably minimize any investment in something that's going to fail.
So from this point on, I'm just looking at it. I'm like, it looks nice. I will just see when it comes. I will buy it from the store if I can find it. If I can't find it, also great. I will just watch some reviews.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of us over here are going to be picking this thing up. It is expensive, though. Even at the lower price point of $600, that's a chunk of change. And I don't know. I have not heard of any review units happening. I'm sure it's happening. At the.
It's got some power under the hood, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that Z1, what is it? The Extreme was looks pretty amazing.
Yeah, Rob, you know a little bit more about this stuff.
Yeah.
Is that a?
It's the I guess it's the equivalent of a 7840, but the extreme model seems to be even more powerful than that. So I can't wait to mess around with one and just benchmark it and see what it can do. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, we'll have more to come on it. People have been wondering though if the screen is matte or if it's an IPS, is it an OLED? And I got confirmation from our buddy Uri, who let me quote him on this one thing. We talked a bunch, and I got to interview him about what it feels like, because he has one of the few review units for this thing already, and ETA Prime and Linus Tech Tips as well. But I think so. Anyways, I talked to Uri, and I can't share anything that I talked to him about except for this one detail, because the embargo is in place until the 11th, when there's going to be a press conference by ASUS. They're going to tell everybody the pricing officially, when they can buy it, all that stuff. But the news is that it does appear to be an IPS screen. Nice. At this price point, they can't afford to do OLED. So everyone excited for the OLED. Not happening, but you're getting this for a pretty good price if the leaks are true. Yeah. And it's a glossy IPS, so not a matte like you see on gaming ASUS laptops. So there is that. Take it for what you will. I think it makes sense for the price point. I like glossy screens, not for filming content on, but for playing. Yeah. So that's everything we know about it right now. And then here's Uri's ROG Ally next to his Steam Deck for that size comparison. And he put a little frog on there. Shout out.
PowKiddy.
That's a fish. It's a fish.
That is
A fish frog.
Fish.
Yeah.
That is a fish.
No, it's a koi. It's a koi fish.
It's a koi fish.
Yeah.
What else can we learn about Uri's life by looking at his desk? There's a puzzle piece, which is sort of metaphorical. He said that it doesn't fit the Steam Deck dock, which makes sense.
Puzzle piece.
That's another puzzle piece. And what's this? A laundry
Very,
bag?
very
A laundry
filthy.
bag?
That is the base of either a Bluetooth speaker or a Google Home device.
Yeah.
On it.
So
Yes.
watch
yes.
it, Uri. We're gonna find you.
We're gonna figure out where you are. And what's that? Is that his pants? Is that him? Or is that a blanket? All right.
And what's it? Enhance.
Enhance.
No.
So you guys remember the
haven't seen this
GameForce?
yet.
You guys remember the GameForce Chi?
Oh, the GameForce. Yeah, I still get this like that weird green looking one. I did like it. I did like it. Not the color, but the way how it played.
I wanted one because it was bright green. I love
the bright.
look of that.
Just
Yeah. And then everyone
awful
said it was like, oh,
bright
the buttons
green.
are terrible. Don't get this.
Oh,
kind of
yep,
thing.
yep.
Oh, okay, I'll pass. Yeah. GameForce
You
Chi.
mean this
Yeah?
guy?
Yeah, we owe
there he
this
is.
device for the phrase Hulk.
Oh, you
tits,
have it.
So.
That's sweet.
I think I don't do anything with it. It's just I love the color. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The bright
It's a
green
nice
is great.
Well, yeah. So this thing was ridiculous. I wasn't a huge fan of it in reality, even though I love the LED lighting and the cheese factor and the 90s nostalgia. But the joysticks were pretty bad. You had to replace them with Vita joysticks, and it was the 3326. So it was in a sea of 3326 devices with an unlaminated OCA screen. So it wasn't.
West, man.
Yeah, and so years later now.
I'm surprised to see that they're going to do something new.
I know. Gaofeng, the maker, is making a GameForce 2, a GameForce Chi 2. And we'd have some details about it. So it's going to be a 3588 chip, RK3588S. And that is supposedly going to be really, really nice. I haven't benchmarked this chip before. Orange Pi uses it. But it's going to be obviously faster than the 3566. Maybe we can get some GameCube. It has a Fun On button right there. I don't know what that means. And it looks like a handheld.
Orange Pi. Got one of these.
I've been wanting to pick one up to
yeah.
mess around with. Yeah.
I don't know how it performs, but I think it's something similar to Retroid, I guess. But I don't know.
Is that the
kind of-
Nova?
This is the Orange Pi.
Orange.
with
Which
the-
board is it? Which model?
Not
Say a few. Name a few.
I guess
I think
hard
what
kernel
is it?
makes the Nova. I don't know.
It's
I think they do the same thing as what Raspberry does with the B and A.
I think it's the 5, Orange Pi 5. I think it
Okay.
is.
Orange Pi 5. Well, so Jutley's brought us these pictures in our Discord here, and it does have analog L2R2. It's going to excite people. So you're taking your Orange Pi 5 there. Is that an SBC or is that a handheld?
It's an SBC.
Yeah, that might be inside this.
Yeah, the Orange Pi is making a nice replacement for the Raspberry Pi since nobody can
Nobody
actually
can get a Raspberry
yeah,
Pi.
exactly. It's so annoying.
That thing looks cool though.
I kind of like the charm of the first one though. I
They
kind of
did-
tired of this same old boring.
I
look,
know. That's
you
the
know?
thing.
They
is
all
that
look the same after a while.
I miss
That's what
their
was
first
appealing
model.
about the first one.
I
yeah,
want them to put the power of the 3588 in just a ridiculously ugly form factor. This is upsetting to me.
Tiger
least-
handheld.
At least give us a
something like that.
green
Yeah.
option.
Seriously. This is ridiculous. But we only get gray and black. Come on, GameForce. Last time you gave us milk white. Like milky cream,
I would say that's more like
Cigarette.
spoiled milk.
spoiled milk, spoiled
Cigarette
milk.
stained electronics.
Yeah,
Oh.
ancient stained electronics you maybe liked too much, and God, there was green, the bright GAC green from the Nickelodeon, and
Still want it.
they're orange. Yeah, and then there was
Was it
like
orange?
bright,
Yeah.
bright
Yeah, the one that
orange.
nobody bought.
And then I got one from Thor that was a custom made gray one, which was okay. And that, I mean, like, I don't know. It was just so much more fun. This new one, okay, it looks like a handheld. Great. Thanks.
You've sold out GameForce.
You've sold out. Now what's different about you? Before we regaled you for your just awful looking hardware. But it was so cute, and we all wanted to collect it just because of the novelty. But now you're putting out a real effort, and so actually this is pretty cool. But
You know what this reminds me of?
Yeah.
This thing that's gathering dust. The Odroid Go
Odroid.
Ultra. Yeah. This thing had like the 922X in it, and it's supposed to be pretty good. A chip.
yeah,
Pretty good chip. And then it got released, and the software was awful. It was just dog.
Yeah, I remember you
ball.
telling me
It was
about that. Yeah.
It was just no good. And I didn't have a good time with it. Maybe that would be the same case for this. I don't know.
But in the end, let's see what they're going to release. I'm curious about.
And the buttons as well, like GameForce, right? The buttons you said they were not.
I do
hope
like
it's
that.
better.
Ooh.
I hope it's better too. The buttons were not super enjoyable.
But-
So let's see what they do, and let's see what they give us. But another
1 minute.
competitor is Orange Pi themselves.
No.
They're also
I love
releasing
this looks
a 3588 handheld to compete now. So
That's nice.
this
That
looks
looks
a little
nice.
more ergonomic, and I like the orange back.
I love it.
Yep.
I love this.
Damien would approve
fun.
too. It looks like they're not using those Switch style sticks either.
And they're taking a note from the
We'll see.
Pimax portal with this like circular outline around there.
Yeah.
It's a slick design. I like it.
I do like the design.
Yeah,
The
I
bump
That's
out.
really nice.
Dude,
Yeah.
Solid is cool.
Yeah, that
Nice.
that Pimax rip-off of design is definitely there. Like rip-off, maybe not the right word, but
Yeah, but
inspired.
it's inspired.
But like I see that now, was like, oh, it's a Pimax. Oh wait, that's not a Pimax port.
I have a question. Is the
Yeah.
Pimax actually shipping it, or is it
Nah, who
still
knows?
this month?
We're
It's right after the
supposed
Loki and the P60.
to get a
They
preview
apparently,
unit.
they apparently sent people out an email out to backers saying it was going to ship this month
No.
on May 1st,
No.
when it was supposed to be end of April.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's shipping this month. Maybe I need to check back, but I'm guessing
I'm
June at this
curious.
point because we haven't even gotten the review unit for that yet. So they're a little behind schedule, and I'm not super surprised. So this is the Orange Pi, and it looks like it has Hall sticks, and it looks pretty freaking nice. I don't know a lot of other details yet. This is really all we have to go off of right now, except for the specs of the 3588, of course. Hopefully has active cooling. Great. Another handheld enters the market. Things are getting crazy. Now, things are really getting crazy because we were talking about the V90 a few minutes ago, right? Well, guess what? This is breaking news as of this morning. The V90 is getting GarlicOS, okay? From the 35XX firmware is coming to the V90. The PowKiddy V90. Black Seraph, the crazy magical wizard man over in Austria, is sitting there coding 24/7. And he's like, blah, 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 blah. And he released his plans to me. He allowed me to share with you all today his secret manifesto. The fact that he's going to release it on all the T618 devices, the 405M, the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. He's working with Turtle in our community, who previously released Lineage for the RP2, and they're going to go in and get this booting on every freaking device because it's an awesome OS. So not only that, also planned for the X18S, X18S Gray, 353, RP Flip, RP3 Plus, RP3 PS, the V90, and then he's going to move on to RockChip, MediaTek chips, Qualcomm chips. He also said if you send him a device, if you mail him a device or fund a device for him, he will attempt to get Lineage or GarlicOS onto that device. He's has time this year, and he's going to just
go all out.
Go all out.
Black Seraph, did you lose your job? Reach out. No, I'm just kidding. Well, Homeboy has apparently no sleep schedule because he's busy.
He's a busy boy. And he was saying that he's going to have GarlicOS for the 405M to start with, starting this next weekend, like an early beta for people to use. So he said he hopefully has it by this weekend. It should be. And then he's going to immediately release that on all the other T618 devices. So there's a use case for your X28. Somebody send Seraph an X28, please. Let's get that going. So yeah, if you want to know more, hop in our Discord. I'm sure he's going to be sharing it on his Patreon anytime now. The V90 is what I'm most excited for. I love this thing. It's $40.
Yeah.
In our description and all that. But it's an awesome handheld, and getting GarlicOS on it will be really neat. So yeah,
it'll be interesting to see if you can squeeze a little more performance out of it. Just optimizing it with GarlicOS.
That would be cool. Absolutely,
very cool. Yeah.
And he makes.
I mean, again, because it's $40,
better.
just a cheap device people want to play games on, and they don't care what happens to it. Throw it in a pocket. I mean, it's perfect.
And because it comes up inevitably to a lot of people, you will notice that there will be PowKiddies on V90s on Amazon for like $20. Do not buy that device.
Yeah, the $5 V90s.
I promise you, multiples of us have gone through that just to see if something would show up. Nothing ever shows up.
Never does.
Do not buy the $20 Amazon.
Never shows up. Well, somebody needs to send Seraph Data Frog SF2000. We need that to go to him so we can get something on there. $20. So we better get on that. Which leads us to our next topic. We're done with the news. Turn off the stream. But now we're gonna get weird.
Okay.
What is the weirdest? Bye, Damien. What is the weirdest thing you guys have ever bought on AliExpress? We'll start with my order history. Datafrog, 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 Datafrog. We got M.2 drives, 35XX, nothing too out of the ordinary there. Batteries, Famiclones. And this brings us to my strange purchase, the Dolce & Banana men's shirt. I got it in red for Zoo. I sent it to him without any context at all. I got it in the wrong size, and he got this as a banana. I think he attempted to wear it once. He made an off comment about it and said, the hell? And I was like, oh, that's for Gary. I know that he's homeless. And he said, thanks, it doesn't fit. And I was like, okay, cool. And then we left it at that and never, ever talked about it again. I sent this to him and paid shipping on it. So
there you go.
If you buy one, we get 64 cents. So use our affiliate link for AliExpress. How about you guys? Tell me what's the weirdest thing? Let's look it up.
Bowls.
Okay. You bought bowls?
Bowls.
Bowls.
Yeah. Just bowls.
Your accent is just enough. I'm not sure if you're saying bowls.
I didn't want to
bowls.
assume.
Balls.
You bought balls?
spherical objects about this big. Yeah.
Oh, you must be at least 18 years old to enter this. I'm not going to do that for our live stream.
Oh, you're searching for balls? Oh,
I
no,
searched-
BALLS.
no.
BALLS, yeah.
Oh no.
I can't type in balls. It takes me to over 18. I am under 18.
That'll do. I got a mystery bag. A mystery bag. Did you try one of them?
What's a mystery bag?
I think is it on AliExpress like mystery bag for $5.
Oh, there's a ton of
and
stuff like
you
that.
don't
yeah.
know what you're gonna get, so it's like, oh, it could be a PlayStation Vita or something like that.
Ooh, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
fun.
PlayStation Vita.
Yeah, it's fun, but what do you think's gonna come? Right? I didn't get a Vita. I didn't get a Vita. Actually,
Oh,
what
it's so
came
much
was
fun. Puppets?
yeah. Do you want me to tell you what came or?
Yeah.
Sorry, yes.
All right.
Wow, I have a
I-
surprising amount of PowKiddy in my order history on AliExpress.
There we go. So what came was a cable for an iPhone. I don't have an iPhone.
That was it.
That was it. It was just, just
That
an
was the
iPhone.
whole mystery box. Was
Wow.
just an iPhone cable.
Yeah. Horrible. Yeah, I was like, did I order this? And it's like, oh, it must have been that mystery bag.
I need to
But
start
yeah,
a mystery bag business.
this
just
guy-
a drawer of stuff.
this guy I got it from AliExpress. This guy. here.
Really?
Yeah.
B?
Yeah. It's
Little B?
yeah. B is Grover, but I painted him white. Made this little shirt thing from the 100 yen store, and gave him googly eyes. Yeah. There you go. It's
I
a
love
Grover
it.
model. Yeah. The Grover puppet. Yeah. Which one?
Grover puppet.
Oh, there we go. Maybe the bottom right. It's really cheap. I think it was.
This one down here?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's about maybe $15 or something. Yeah, have a look. Have a look.
That's
Yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, that'll be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should start having characters on this podcast more. That was fun.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's good.
Everyone's just cringing right now. I know.
That one goes up to a Democratic vote there, Stubbs.
I know. I like the puppet. I thought that was
It's
fun.
got arms as well. See?
Oh, I wish.
He reviews
I would love
handhelds.
a PowKiddy plush.
I mean,
Right.
that the nerd, the dweeb, what is that? The tech dweeb on YouTube has a shtick where he does a fun voice. I mean, it works.
See these teeth?
Isn't there like a
See the
YouTuber
teeth?
who reviews
I like that you
retro
added
games
that.
called
Marshmallows.
Those are marshmallows.
They've been in there for like 2 years.
Oh. Hey, at least now they're as hard as real teeth, so that works.
They're pretty hard, yeah. Oh,
Now,
the yellow, yellow and blue, red bits. Sorry.
no,
Sorry.
I like it. I appreciate you. All right, guys, so who haven't we talked about? Damien, what's the weirdest thing you bought on AliExpress?
My AliExpress order history is pretty boring. It's mostly screen protectors, battery device replacements.
Good,
A
you need
couple
those.
handhelds, Bub'em cases.
Hell yeah.
So,
Dude,
yeah,
Bub'em
back from
is
the
the
day.
best.
Yeah. I think the weirdest, and I really
Bub'em.
got to stretch for this, was the PowKiddy V6. That I think you actually, I think I gave or sold you that thing like
Thank
not
you.
too long after. It was the power bank.
That's right.
That was just like a Famiclone NES on a chip, but like it was advertised as a 10,000 milliamp battery. You open it up and the battery says 8,000, but that
Right
thing is
there.
no
Right,
bigger
8,000.
than 3,000 at all. Like
8,000.
it's really probably closer to a 3,000, just based on the sizes. It's tiny. That's it. That's my boring thing. I haven't bought a ton of stuff on AliExpress.
No, that's fair. That's like what a sane human would do. We like having you on here as one of us who's maybe not as crazy.
Still
Now-
waters run deep, my friend.
That's true. Rob, but you.
A lot of PowKiddy, surprisingly. And
I
the weirdest thing
bet.
I'd say for me is probably I bought a Postman Repro cart like 5 years ago, apparently.
You said Postal 2?
No, Postman for Mega Drive Genesis.
Oh.
Kind of random.
I don't know what that is.
Postman Pat?
I'm like,
Oh.
Postman.
Postman Pat? You know Postman Pat?
Yes.
Postman Pat. Postman Pat. Postman Pat. And his black and white cat. No? Yeah? What? Nothing to do with that. Sorry.
No.
No? I'm gonna have to look that up though. I want to sing
I
about
don't
Postman
even
Pat
think the
more.
shop exists anymore. It was like $4. It was yeah, that's random, but I got an Xperia Play apparently from AliExpress.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Wow.
You can get like
$6. Wow, that's a good deal.
You can get DSs on there too, and like other actual retro handhelds.
There's a lot of stuff like PlayStation portables, stuff like that.
Yeah, PSPs, customized Vitas, and all that good stuff. Now, Wicked, Emu let me know. We added this topic at his request. He says that you've been finding love in strange places lately. One of those places maybe being AliExpress, that you maybe have been dating some of the products. Is this what is this?
No, we're not going to there. I was just messing. Yeah, we're just messing.
Oh, you were playing a fun prank amongst friends. I see.
Sorry, you got to see Wicked's Facebook things, right? His Facebook friends list, they're all Chinese girls. There's just a lot.
Dude,
100%.
Seriously, I have this.
He has a demographic.
And it's like, hey, you gotta message this girl. I'm like, what? Really? Okay.
Okay.
Why do I need to message her?
But you know what's kind of funny? I got this store. I wanted to post it on my community page, and we have the option to buy a test girl. I can send you the screenshot.
What? Wait, what?
It was like a picture of a girl saying, "Test girl, $1." I was more like, "What do he want to do?"
What does that mean?
That's what I mean.
What are they gonna? Are they gonna send you what?
You can Oh, that's so weird. Like, you have the weirdest thing on AliExpress. I love it.
Yeah, $1 definitely worth finding out. That's for sure.
I mean, did you buy it? Did you spend that dollar?
No.
Oh, did someone send you one for review?
I wanted to ask her, like, hey, what happens when I buy this? Do you send me like a girlfriend or girl? Like, I don't know what's going on here.
This is love.
But the main problem
has started in stranger ways.
But the problem is, like, most of the time they don't understand English at all, or they use this translation program. So they're more like, we're going to get awkward, It's not.
Maybe it's a virtual girl.
Ooh.
Happy birthday, Paul.
An AI.
That's it.
Happy birthday, Wicked. Emu, thank you for embarrassing your friend here. Now, you guys are on a podcast together. Right? You're on the team.
But by the way, I need to stop there. You didn't ask me the question. What is the weirdest thing you ever bought?
Oh, yes. What's the weirdest thing you ever bought?
You really want to know?
Yes.
Okay, I need to have some cleared up in context. Yes, he knows. I had this idea when products were really bad. I was getting really grumpy because every single time I get a bad product, I was more like, oh, this is so bad. So I started this thing. It's kind of a bummer. I never did that too much. But when it was naughty, I whipped it. So I was thinking, I need to get a whip. So I basically bought myself
Wait. Let me break that. You just said, when you are naughty, it's time to whip it.
Yeah, so basically when it's a bad product, at the end of the video, it's like the final conclusion is the product is so naughty it needs to get whipped. So actually, I whipped it for a couple of products. So just wait.
Bad product. Bad RGB20.
So I was thinking, I can do this like ultimate marketing. They cost like $1.50 for a whip. Oh, wait. I have the proof. I have it here.
You bought the whip.
I bought the whip to whip it.
Oh, yeah. That's a fun whip. It's like smacking your horse with it. Yeah.
€1.50. So I was thinking, here it comes. I will ask the seller to have wholesale, like making like limited edition Wicked Gamer whip. So if everybody wants to have the personal Wicked Gamer whip, like I can make.
I would do it. You could. I'll buy it. I don't own it, dude. I don't own a whip. I don't own any whips.
You can just whip it. So like,
yeah. Oh, how much do whips go for these days?
That was like the low quality.
Oh, I want to get a.
Whoa!
No, we don't just have. We don't just have to get naughty whips.
LEDs in there.
We can get LED whips for fun. We can just whip it.
Wow!
Look, you can get fun colors. Green, which is my color this year.
But I can tell you experience. Don't click on the stuff. Don't buy it because you're getting advertisement and you're going to get to a certain level of weirdness on AliExpress you don't want to experience. So don't do that. You just buy the Wicked Whip from the special store.
Yeah, you don't want any of these low quality AliExpress whips.
I need to have like a separate thing, like disclaimer. It's a limited edition Wicked Gamer non-sexual whips. It's only for whipping the stuff that's bad. I think I need to make a disclaimer or something like that. Yeah. You can find everything on AliExpress.
They look so good.
People are
I know.
concerned.
context
People are
of this
concerned
to
about
your
the
spouse.
content that we're giving right now. I'm just gonna do our banner. Listen, everybody, we're all adults here. All right, some of us own whips. What do you want me to say about that? Some of us own whips to whip our products.
It's not the whip. It's the wicked whip of naughtiness. If it's
Yes,
naughty,
we
wicked
don't
gamer,
want
wicked.
these low quality whips. We want
Dude,
wicked
those things
whips.
No, those things are cruel, man. I'm going to rebrand those things.
Affiliate link in the description.
This is what happens when you browse AliExpress at 2 a.m.
You need a whip, you get on AliExpress.
Please accept our shortcomings. So now,
Hey, you asked the question.
I know I did. I set you guys up for failure. It's just it's all I have in life. So we have the Wicked Pandory podcast. You guys are doing your own podcast where you get wicked and wild and talk about whips and girlfriends in China. And you had Russ on.
We started this. Tim and I, we do speak for hours sometimes, just casual chat, everything. And we said to each other, like, let's record it. Let's make a fun podcast. We talk about mini PCs, what stuff we're going to buy, etc., etc. And okay, maybe it's interesting. It's more like a semi-update. It's just a fun thing to do. So that's the reason why we just started it.
Yeah, and you guys started this about a few months back?
Yep, a few months back. Yeah,
about 3 months ago. So this year, this has been. I've watched a number of these now, and you guys get into the best conversations. It's so natural and it flows well, and you can just tell that you enjoy each other's company, and that always makes for the best podcast content. And then having Russ on, you guys got into some trouble. I love the video disasters behind the scenes. That's my favorite clip so far. How are you guys planning on having more guests on? What's kind of the plan with the podcast?
We're just rolling with it, right, Tim? We're just doing this, if you have an idea.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, we're just using it as an outlet. Like when we get stressed, we just let it out on the mic, and then that's it basically. But yeah, obviously, if someone wants to jump on, then please join us. It's fine.
Absolutely. We're just going to randomly uploading stuff at this moment. It's just a fun project. We said to each other, we're not going to force it too much. Just we both our stuff to do. We're just going to upload when we have some time, and that's it. This a fun thing to do.
Just keep it natural.
Yep.
Yeah,
keep it natural.
that's definitely the best way to go, because it should be a good outlet. You talk about stuff, and it's weird, and then people want to listen. And that's. It's just good. It's just good stuff. Do you guys have it on an audio service too, or just on YouTube right now?
We don't know what we're doing.
Great.
We
Good.
don't know actually what we're doing. We're just using Skype.
I don't know what a
Is that what we're
podcast-
doing? We use Skype.
It's very simple. It's very simple. We got a mic. We got a mic. We got a whip. We have the Pandory chat.
Yes. So when can we see the Team Pandory Wicked Pandory whip product line?
Maybe limited edition. It's going to be limited edition. Yep.
Does it come in different fun colors, you think?
$9.99. We have the translucent version. I have no idea how it's going to be looking, and we also have the yellow and the red version. The red is going to be limited.
Green. Definitely
Green and green for you, especially. Yeah, you have the Tim
Game
edition.
Chi green.
Will there be any fun add-ons that come with it, or
No, just whip.
just the whip? Okay.
It needs to be, it needs to be
Wi-Fi?
subtle. It needs to be subtle with
All right.
Wi-Fi and Bluetooth
No one
tracking,
has
so you
Wi-Fi.
know where and when. So you know when and where somebody's going to get whipped with the Wicked Whip.
Yeah. If you do, you guys ever whip each other? Do you ever interact in person, or do you just do a remote session every time?
Remote.
We're going to stop here because it's going to.
No. We do it all
Okay.
online.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
All right. But you're
That's too
also
much.
beyond
Sorry.
beyond the podcast. You're both on the YouTube. Wicked. People know you. We've interviewed you and talked about all your 9 channels now for so many different things. I don't know how you do it. You're a machine. Are you an AI construct?
I am a machine from the future, like ETA Prime, an influencer from the future.
I thought
No,
so,
it's-
but I
think
didn't
for
want to
it's
assume.
like when you're creating video, it's like tactical. It's also like and have some extra time over. I'm just going to create more videos. Hey, don't get me wrong. I love different channels, but I would love to put everything on one channel. But most of the people know if you're creating a channel, you have a certain subject, And that's the thing you need to do. And if you're going to do something differently, the algorithm goes apeshit and they have no idea what to do with it. That's my opinion, or that's what I've noticed. So that's it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It's a shame because, you know, sometimes you want to kind of deviate a little bit from, you know, your main content and just kind of explore a little bit, you know. So it's
True that.
it's a shame that the algorithm is like that, you know. Yeah.
That's the problem. So you have multiple channels to keep
Yeah.
everything in a certain order or a certain kind of subject.
Yeah, no, it's nice and focused, which the algorithm loves too. So that's a smart way
It's
to go.
just cool
I just
'cause
wouldn't have
I've been
time for
subbed
it.
to Wicked for years, and same thing with Team Pandory. And it's just like it's just cool to be here in the live stream with you guys and talking to you guys. It's awesome. I love your content. You know, I've been a long time follower, so it's awesome.
It's awesome to hear that, man. It's really appreciated, and it's so cool to see a lot of people joining YouTube and just like creating these channels where you can basically come together from all the parts of the world, basically.
Yeah, and absolutely agree there too. And then Emu,
Thumbnail.
what?
Yo.
Yo.
up?
So
Yo.
this is your first time on the cast. So
Yeah. Hello.
I
Nice to meet
have
you.
hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys. Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Nice to have you on. What's your whole deal? So what do? You do multiple things. You make software, right, for these Pandora boxes.
Actually, have you noticed there's a team in the Pandory thing? Team Pandory?
There's a team Pandory.
Yeah. So this channel actually started before the whole Pandory thing, and I was actually using it for a band outlet. So I was playing as a band, kind of bit of a pop punk thing, I guess.
Nice.
So every now and then I put some thing up. I don't know. But then
that's
yeah,
cool.
basically I got one of the cheap Chinese boxes, and then me and a buddy made a you could say like a little piece of software.
Yep.
Which in a way fixes a lot of the shortcomings, and you know, you can add games which you couldn't do before, so you can add your actual own games to it rather than have to rely on everything. Yeah, and after that, basically it's very difficult to get any word out, so we decided just to make our own videos, and they were terrible at the first, but yeah, hopefully they got better since.
I'd say
yeah.
so. I mean, you have
Yeah.
God, you're coming up on 15K any
Yeah.
moment now, it looks like.
Yeah.
So it's like that work pays off. And you've been making videos for what? How long now?
Oh, about 3 years for the Pandory stuff, maybe 2 or 3 years now. 3 years, I think.
Nice. And you also known as EmuChickens. You do
Yeah.
software as well, right?
EmuChicken, emus for emulator, I guess.
Yep.
So,
Not the
yeah, the
bird.
whole. Sorry, yeah, not the bird. No, the chicken is the bird, or I like to eat the chicken.
Chicken in there.
Yeah, but the whole, you could say the core foundation of the channel is actually emulation. So everything always comes back to emulation somehow, or you know, retro gaming.
Yeah, and you also have merch, which is fun. I love the DOS hat, by the way, and your sweatshirt.
Yeah, that's the other guy. So yeah, but basically there's two of us. I do mainly the videos and tinkering, whereas Dajoho, he actually hacks the stuff with the software. So he's the software guy.
I think that's
Joe's
how I
software
found
guy.
your channel a couple of years back.
Really?
I forget what it was for though. I'm trying to think which device it was. I'm like, damn, I remember.
Didn't I share your video? Wasn't that the thing? I was like, whoa, this stuff looks
No, but
great. And I was like, boop.
that was the craziest thing ever though. Like when you shared my video, I had like 100-something subs, but I'm like, holy crap, Team Pandora just shared my video. I've been watching these guys for years. It's the weirdest
No
thing
way.
ever. It was-
No way.
I think the weirdest experience I had back in the day is like I just made a video. I think it was the Retroid Pocket back in the day. Was the first model, and I just made like a quick shout out to ETA Prime, and I got a reply from him like, "Oh yeah, thank you for your share and your shout out," and I was more like, "Okay, that's kind of cool, but it's also kind of weird." It's like I know this guy for quite a long time now, and never expecting like, "Yeah, watching
That
your
he mentioned
videos. You're watching my videos, okay?"
Actually, that's kind of what happened with me and Wicked. You know, like we actually commented on one of his videos, and he must have like a wall full of comments in all of his Pandora box things, right? So he must have been thinking, oh, I don't know, just whatever, just go, you know. And then eventually he was like, hey, so what's this Pandory stuff? And I was like, oh my god. He sent us a message, man. Whoa! You know,
So
meeting your
true.
heroes, right?
So true. Yeah.
Crazy when
That
that
sounds even
happens.
more.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We
Yeah,
would
and-
love to chat with ETA Prime. It seems like he seems like a solid dude.
Absolutely.
I think he's an AI construct.
He
Good
also is
thing,
an
but
AI construct.
I did two. I think I did 2 Skype calls with him, and it's quite interesting. We're quite similar when it comes to hobbies, interests, stuff like that. But the unfortunate thing is
cool.
he is still, so far I understand of him, he's doing this full-time job and YouTube. I have no idea
Wow.
how he does that.
That's
And
intense with his
that's-
release schedule. That's
crazy.
I mean, not as intense as yours, Wicked, but he definitely has a lot of videos come out
Yeah.
a week.
Every single day.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That really is.
That's crazy.
I don't know how it's possible. I can barely, even with doing a live stream, I can do maybe 2-3 a week. And even then, it's like draining, you know. But doing videos where you're doing all the editing, hours of editing, voiceovers and all that, full production, doing more than 1 a week is insane to me. I couldn't.
True that, but I think it's when you're doing it more often, you're getting better at it, faster at it, and when
finding
you have
efficiencies.
efficiency.
He's got a
we have-
system.
We're having a system, and same with him. He's doing a full-time job. I'm doing this full-time. He's having a full-time job and a full-time YouTuber. So it's kind of interesting to see, like. But again, okay. One thing is a fact. It is your stream, but I need to go now. Somebody's picking something up, so I need to go, my friends. I need to go.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds. I'm
I'm going to be a party pooper.
No, it's all right, man. We'll continue on for a little bit here, but thanks for coming on the show, and we will have you on again soon, I hope. And we want to be on your podcast if you ever guys do some more guests too. We'd love to come
That
hang
would be
out,
cool.
and get
Absolutely.
weird and wicked.
Oh yeah, and don't forget the whip.
Whip it.
Whip it. Yeah. Thank you all for having me. It's awesome.
It's good to see you again.
Very
Good to
Yes.
see you, man.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Wow, kitty. Off he goes into the night. So
Isn't it
Oh,
getting
that's fun.
nighttime there?
I think he's in the evening
Maybe
somewhere.
maybe he's back.
It's like 6:30 p.m. there, I think.
Yeah, I think he's got some kind of business guy coming over.
Ew.
I think
Fun.
he's fighting crime at night.
I think he is fighting crime at night. He's definitely a vigilante.
Kitty.
He is a YouTuber who is a vigilante. Pandory. So you're a team. So I actually didn't know that. So apologies
Yeah.
there. So 2 of you, right? There's just 2.
Yeah. There's just 2 of us. I do most of this video stuff.
So
If
that's
not all.
So you're the
Probably all.
front, you're the front man, and so
Yeah.
that's why I associate you as the team,
Yeah.
the team Pandory. But you do another number of subjects here, and I've been watching these recently. I like that you also dive into some music stuff, like these in-ear headphones,
Ye-
which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You do the music.
Yeah. So, every now and then you get maybe some companies just come up to you and say, "Oh, can you do a review on this?" So, obviously it's like, yeah, I'll have a look at it because, obviously I like my music and stuff. So, I've got a good set of microphones and headphones and things. So I kind of know what it should sound like and how they should work. But, when you put them on your channel, which is only for gaming, retro gaming, you don't really get the views or the clicks that you really want. Which comes back to what Wicked was saying earlier about the keeping to the
I've been trying to be good about that because I get a lot of random
Yeah.
requests for reviews and stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how am I going to cover this on the channel? This is not even relevant in any way. So I just I say thank you, but I'm like I move on. It's just there's so much random stuff that
It's a
they
lot
want
of
to
stuff.
send you. Like again, the sit stand desk. What the hell? Am I
Yeah, I got the stands as well. I was like, hey, do you want to get these stands? Like, no, you know what? No, I'm going to pass on stands. Like, if you look at this place, it's a complete mess. Check this out. It's a complete.
I'd love to see it.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
you got-
I see an MVSX. Though.
Yeah.
complete. Oh, I left the cup there.
Arcade
Oh,
machine?
I was
There's
drinking
your
that
cup?
earlier, yeah. There's some retro.
Yeah, I'm thinking I know some of the devices. So A500 Mini
Yeah.
for sure was how I
Oh,
found
yeah.
your channel, and
Oh.
then I'm thinking maybe like the Neo Geo Mini probably.
Neo Geo Mini. Oh, the portable
Because
one.
when you guys
The
were hacking
Mini-
it and stuff, that's how I found Team Pandory. I'm pretty sure of it. That's probably when I started watching.
Sorry,
you
I'm all
guys.
over the place here.
No,
you
it's
mean the
good.
MVSX? This thing?
No, but before that one, before they released that one, the other Neo
The
Geo
small
Mini.
one, the
It's the little
the
tiny
really
one.
small one. Yeah, that was great. I like that a lot.
I actually have it up here in my office. I like that one a lot too. It's a fun.
But the
little
thing
device.
is, when you as a reviewer, when you're doing these reviews on the internets, as soon as you finish the review, it's just like dangling about and just like just gathering dust. It's like, I mean, I wish I could use them, but I just don't. So they just kind of pile up, and it's
Well,
I need to start giving things away.
What's catching
like
my
something?
eye is your guitars, man, because I do music also, and you said you were doing pop punk. That's my favorite genre.
Yeah, I've heard your stuff. I heard your stuff. It's great.
Oh,
You got a nice set of pipes there. It's good.
oh, thanks, man. I want to hear your stuff. We should do a band. Obviously, we should do. We have a quarterly music jam in our Discord server. If you're ever in the mood, where we have a theme. Usually, it's game related, and we try to write like a 30-second to a minute-long song, and then we do a competition. And Roland actually is sponsoring it this year, so they're giving away 2 headphone sets with customized Discord usernames. And not Roland, but an employee for Roland who can ask a favor of his boss. Anyways, so write some music, play it in the Discord, and get yourself some Roland headphones.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
I have to ask Stubbs, are you
Yeah.
ETA? Someone said you have the same thumb as him.
They've never. Well, this is awkward. We've never seen us in the same room, but no, unfortunately, I don't have time to be ETA and Stubbs.
No wonder you have
a
no
life.
time to be Stubbs. You're full-time ETA all the time. So
We do have similar intros, I suppose. But
Sorry, guys. Just moving everything. That's better. There we
I
go.
forgive you.
I just love that someone
Oh,
commented that you guys have the
nice!
same
Your
thumb.
pajamas.
Yeah.
Those are
Got
nice.
these
That's a
little
nice
shorts.
print on there.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's better.
You look great. So, when we start our band, I have a couple name ideas, but I wanted to run them by you. I was thinking, maybe let's see, Pandory, Stubbs Dory.
Stubbs Dory.
How
How about Stadori?
Stadori.
Stadori.
And I know that
Stubbery.
we're pop punk
Stubbery.
guys, Stubbery, but I was wondering if we can do some jazz fusion too,
Hams.
every once in a while. 1-2 songs an album.
Jazz. You can. Yeah. I'll let you start on that then. I'm
don't-
all about the pop punk, so.
I don't know how to play
jazz fusion. I don't have a clue.
I don't know how to play jazz
No.
at all.
No.
I don't.
No.
I pretty much just do pop punk.
Yep. Same.
Same.
well, this is awkward. I went to college for jazz performance. So
Damien, see, I knew it. Damien is
Wow.
going to do the jazz tracks for us.
I haven't touched an instrument in a decade though. So
Yeah.
no.
We have
Rob?
a musician with us then. Hey. Oh.
Rob, do you play? Do you want to learn the drums for us?
My daughter does though. She plays piano.
We'll
And
get her
actually
on here.
learning drums. She's learning drums.
And she's on the live stream trolling us sometimes. So-
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
But not today, strangely. She must have stuff going on.
No, she's asleep.
Right, because it's morning time for us. Well, maybe we'll.
So
That's better.
I have to say that pants are optional. I'm not going to point my camera down. I'm just going to leave it at that.
I'm wearing shorts, so I actually did put on shorts, not pajamas. I actually took a shower before this podcast, which is
So
fun.
did I.
You know,
It's the
gets
only
you
way
in the
I can
mind
wake up.
space. Are we a band geek podcast now, J-Lash?
Like
wants to know.
Damien's keeping quiet. It's like, oh, it's like we've had a shower now, and
I'm
Damien's
on
like,
to you,
no.
Damien. He's the one that's pantsless right now.
Yeah, he is a secret.
I set my alarm for 6:30 this morning, Mister. Thank you.
I was up at 6:30 as well, the ungodly hour. I looked out at the sun and I said, it burns me. It's just,
Well,
Yeah.
here in Arizona, the sun actually literally burns you. So
hey, calm down over there. There's this freaking out over telling me about the sun, Arizona, and I don't know. Oregon's fine too. Yeah, it gets warm here. It's strange.
sure.
It's cold. It's global warming. So anyways, are we a band geek podcast now? Yes, we are. Anytime we have musicians on, I try to hard dive into that because I just want someone to talk to.
Do you remember back in the day with the DS? I'm back in the days, like only like 5 years ago when I used it. The DS.
DS right here. Yeah.
All right, and there was Korg something or other 10 sequencer.
Yes,
and you
I
can
had
make
that.
music on that.
Yes,
That was so fun.
I got
That
a
was really
DS
fun.
Lite just to do that.
That's cool.
I was like, I'm going to
Really
be a
fun.
DS musician. It was.
Well, you can make some really good songs on that.
You,
Yeah, it's
you
good.
could.
I used it for demos.
Really?
You know, just song ideas. You know, when I was out and about, and then when I got back home, it's like, oh, I can make it into a real song. Yeah, it's good.
You could do Blink-182 covers on there too if you wanted.
Yep.
Speaking of which, their concerts lately have been awesome. I don't know if you're a fan, but I am.
I'm not sure how the concerts were before,
Not good.
like Jeff got back. Well, I don't know. I've not been to a Blink concert ever, actually. So
I've never either, but
so what?
I appreciate them from afar. The years with Matt Skiba were not great. Now they have Tom back, and it's good. It's good. It's a good time to be a pop punk fan. Gosh darn it! Buy our albums. I have one. You know that Emu has one. Tim is the other moniker I know you as, and yeah, we're a band podcast now. Any other subjects you guys want to talk about before we just close this bad boy down for the day?
Do you want to go with the topics that you actually sent me?
So Stubbs creates show
we've
notes,
moved
but he
past
doesn't
this.
actually follow them.
No, I don't follow those. Those are just ideas we could possibly talk about. What have we missed? We hit on everything, I think.
is everybody
Tears
playing?
of the Kingdom thoughts.
Oh, that's the previous version notes. Well, Tears of the Kingdom, yes. So that's coming out May 12th,
Yeah,
I
May
think.
12th, yeah.
I am not sure what to think of this release. I haven't even beat Breath of the Wild, so I took it off the show notes last minute. But if you guys, is anyone here excited for that game?
No.
No, me neither.
No, then again, the last Zelda game I played was the one on the Super Nintendo.
I figured
Yes.
modern gaming wasn't super relevant for us today. So I'm like,
No, but I hear that they're really good now, and they've gone kind of towards Skyrim. They've always been good, but I think right now they've gone a bit more open world, right?
Breath of the
With the-
Wild
Yeah.
is pretty looking, and I like the open world. It's just 3D
Yeah.
Zelda games for me aren't my jam. I want
Right.
I want a linear experience. I want Link to the Past.
Yeah, I hear that. Definitely.
That's my own thing, and I figured I'd be shunned all throughout the internet if I were to reveal this today. Now it's
Well, the
you know,
thing is, the funny thing is, I've played through Breath of the Wild twice, but haven't
See,
finished it
there he
either
is.
time.
oh
So I played it once on an actual Switch, and then I played it on what was it, like Yuzu or whatever, I guess. And
yeah.
I never finished.
The
I put
Wii
like
U?
40, 50 hours into it, and then something happens, and I just forget about it. And
You're
never go
40
back
or
to
50
it.
hours into the game. I mean, I would say just kind of crank through that.
It's all right. I think I got enough of the experience. I'm. They're great
I
games.
did something
you know?
very similar with the Super Nintendo version of Zelda. I got
Yeah.
to the last boss, was it Ganon? And you got to beat him with silver bullets or something. And I lent Zelda to a friend, and I got the game back,
Oh.
and it was deleted. so I never finished Zelda. Yeah.
Oh. Actually, to be fair, I think the second time around, I think something happened with Yuzu. It crashed, lost my save, whatever, and I just said, forget it. I'm never going back to this game.
I'm done with this
again."
forever.
I'm like, forget it.
Can you
And my
play?
friend gets on me all the time. He's like, you have to finish that game. I'm like,
No.
I'm not. I can't. This is
Can
too long.
can we play this Tearful Kingdom game? If we haven't played Breath of the Wild, is it Breath of the Wild or Bread of the
Breath.
Bread of the Wild?
Breath.
Breads of the
yeah,
bread of the wild.
Bread of
It's actually Brett. Brett. You know,
Bread of the Wild.
yeah.
That is the name of Damien's cooking channel, Bread of the Wild. Since he likes
Bread
Bread
of
of
the
Go back to bed.
Yeah, and Brett, like Bret Hart, the wrestler, Brett of the Wild. He's just out there. Or maybe we have Randy Savage out there just on the horse. Yeah, brother. Riding his horse around. So that's all I know about Zelda is the Macho Man Savage. I don't know what they do in that genre. But it seems like a good game, right? We can emulate it on our Steam Deck. Oh, I can't say that.
Yeah,
No, ooh.
Nintendo doesn't like that.
So I don't do that anyway.
Nintendo.
I don't.
I gotta do the banner.
Nintendo will spare your life.
Nintendo.
Well, the thing is, with the whole Steam Deck stuff, like, the only game I've really played on it is Yakuza 0, which is such a good game. If you've not played it yet, play it. Do it.
I like
Do
the
it.
mini games in
So good.
Yakuza.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
good.
So I'm definitely gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I have a Steam Deck and I don't use it all that much. It's just not my kind of device.
You've got the
you
Win
know?
600, right?
Yes, there you go. That's what it's all about.
Why don't you like the Steam Deck, Rob?
I didn't say
Put you in the
dislike
ego
it.
box.
It's just I don't use it all that much. You know?
Let's
That's
interview
all.
you.
You know? Oh no.
Rob, please tell me why you've made the wrong decision by having a preference different than mine.
I don't know. I like more compact devices when I'm doing my portable gaming. You know, that's the thing.
What are you, some kind of hipster? Like, oh, I don't like the popular handheld.
We're roasting you now.
Yeah, I
That's
definitely have
okay.
a thing for underdog handhelds and consoles and things like that. I love the weird shit for sure. Like, I mean, I'm an N-Gage fan. That says it all.
That says everything we need to know now.
Basically. And I know Shem is on here. I saw him in the live chat, so he knows how I feel about N-Gage. He understands me.
And Jlash too says he would not buy a Steam Deck. He wouldn't use it, which is true. And what's funny is that here I am being all judgy McJudger pants, and I don't even use my Steam Deck ever, really, hardly ever.
You know how I use it?
How?
Under the TV, docked. I never use it as a handheld.
Yeah.
So I can completely understand where you're coming from, Rob, because like the whole thing is pretty chunky. You can't really fit it in your pocket. You're not going to go on a train with it, right? Yeah. It's just under my TV.
I mean, I love what it's done for the whole hobby and everything. It's very accessible for people. They can actually get real gaming on the go in terms of using your Steam library. It's great for that. But you know, I mean, that's why we have so many devices and options, and that's the whole point.
The Steam Deck is a clamshell. Oh my god.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I
think that's called the WinMax too.
Boom. It'd be a laptop.
It is, yeah. A clamshell Windows PC, like the Neo slide, is a laptop, pretty much, or the WinMax 2, or any of these freaking things.
The competition is a good thing. It drives the prices down. I mean, again, look at their ROG Ally. I mean, I don't think if it ends up coming in at $600-700 price point, that would not be happening if it weren't for the Steam Deck. You know, because otherwise that either would have come out or it probably would have been over $1,000 realistically. So it's a good thing for sure. You know, so I definitely don't dislike the Steam Deck. It's just not my kind of device. That's all. You know, so.
And that's fair. And I mean. Yeah, the only thing about the Steam Deck is that it's a good value for what you're getting, and because they're taking a loss on it.
For sure.
So I wonder if the Ally, if that pricing is true, if they're partnering with Game Pass or Xbox or something to get that lower price point.
I think so. For sure. 'Cause I've seen a lot of Game Pass marketing associated with that, so I think there's definitely something going on there. And then again, with the Ryzen chips that they're using, it's most likely been chips that they're using there, and they're just rebranding it to make it seem like it's something amazing. But yeah, I mean, there's lots of deals going on there for sure.
Oh my gosh, guys. I totally skipped the biggest news of the week somehow. The AYN Loki canceled like half their SKUs.
What? No.
Yeah.
No.
Except for the Zero.
Except for the Zero and the Max, I think. And like
How
one
can
other
you cancel
one.
that which does not exist? I don't know.
Burn.
I was not super surprised, but
so for the for the was it the rally? Was it the rally? What ASUS ROG Ally? Yeah, the rally. All right,
ROG Ally. I like it.
So for the ROG Ally, what operating system is on that? Is it a Windows?
Windows, yeah.
Is it Windows, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just an x86 handheld. Yeah, it'll run Windows.
It has a ASUS UI that it boots into though, so you don't have to do Windows. You can do like their It's like their version of the Neo software. What do you call that?
Oh, is it like an overlay then? Is it just like
yeah, it's like
in Windows?
There's like a button on the side that you press to bring up an overlay.
And that's the hardest thing too with x86, and especially Windows. You know, for a lot of people, that's not just a pick up and play kind of device. There's going to be lots of tinkering involved with that. So, and I worry that a lot of people are going to pick one of these up and think it's like a Switch experience when it's not going to be anything like that. It's going to be very different. Even the Steam Deck, it has a much better curated experience where it's you turn it on, you can just download your game and play, and that's the whole point. That's what makes it very appealing, you know. So it'll be interesting to see how the ROG Ally does, and you know, because it's just another Windows device, and Windows as a handheld, a gaming handheld, is interesting, you know. So
interesting.
It is.
Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it as interesting.
It's interesting. Take a bite of my toast.
I was awake.
I got nothing.
I got nothing. Guys, it is a beautiful Saturday morning here. I'm gonna go out and attack the day. EmuChicken. It's nighttime for you, so you're gonna hopefully get some good shut eye, some good rest. Yep. Maybe you'll dream about us or Wicked or
Whips.
They
look really good. Them light bulb ones that you just had it before.
Yeah, I think that's a smart business venture. I think we need to.
I think they work really well as lights going around like a room kind of thing, not as whips. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could use them as LED lighting to kind of give a vibe.
Yep.
Kind of.
Yeah. That's
which would be nice. Well, guys, thank you. Where can people find you, by the way? You're at Team Pandory on most of your socials.
Yep. Yeah, YouTube, Team Pandory, or the Wicked Pandory Chat.
Wicked Pandory Chat. We'll stay tuned for that podcast and more of your awesome videos. Rob, as well, is a YouTuber here, my co-host. Check out his. He has the new Surface Duo guide up on his page now, so that's really fun. It's a really good video. Oh my gosh, the production value on it, man. I don't know how you got that done in the time frame that you did. You're also a machine and possibly an AI construct.
I've learned a lot along the way, for sure. I mean, I'm trying to be more efficient, but I still take way too long on videos, honestly.
That's why I'm switching to just doing them live from now on. I'm like, well, it'll be what it is, and then it's done, and we can move on with our days. And then, of course, thanks, Damien, my co-host, as always, running our YouTube Shorts program and also our Crazy Game of the Month patron shenanigans, which, by the way, we have some new games pulled for the month, so come join our Discord, and we'll talk about that. Discord.gg/RetroHandhelds. With that, everybody, thank you everyone in the live chat for joining us this morning, bright and early. We're going to be back with you on the next one, which is going to feature, once again, RetroBreeze. We're planning to catch up with him. And Team Retrogue, not Team Retro Rogue, Team Retrogue on May 12th. So we will be back at it, talking about all sorts of news, happenings, and get into some trouble. But that'll end it for this one. Thanks, everyone, again.
Thank you, guys.
We'll just do a little... Got to thank our patrons, too, of course.
Ooh.
Thank you, patrons.
Mega Drive is there too. Wow.
Thanks, all these fine folks.
Wow.
And please accept our shortcomings. We'll see you on the bye-bye. I'm terrible at doing goodbyes. I'm the worst at it.
Me too, man.